Now, I'll be the first one to admit that Marjorie Taylor Greene is low-hanging fruit, but I saw this and I couldn't not talk about it. She sent out a tweet, and by the way, I'm never going to call it X. It will always be Twitter. She sent out this tweet saying, Israel is literally dominating in their way with Hamas after being brutally attacked, killing thousands of innocent people, and not one single American tax dollar has been spent on that war yet. Just think about that. Now, Twitter themselves was real quick to jump in and fact-check her on this one, and Stephen King said, what's wrong? Are you tripping? Because turns out U.S. has sent over $260 billion in aid. They sent $10 billion for the Iron Dome defense system, and they send them $3 billion a year. But Marjorie Taylor Greene said this, and her followers are going to believe it. And if anyone that believes in her and follows her sees this video, they're going to tell me that I didn't read what she said the right way, and we took her out of context. That's what they do anytime we fact-check them. If you ask me at the end of the day, Marjorie Taylor Greene is way more scary than any book that Stephen King ever wrote. Because when the Stephen King movie is over, you can turn to the kid and say, hey, don't worry, honey. There's not really a clown in the sewer, okay? They're not really coming for you. It's okay. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is the type of person that will sit there and go, no, there is a clown in the sewer. This movie was made to try to show you about that clown in the sewer, and that's a lie. You must believe the clown is in the sewer. And she's got enough rabid followers around her that they will latch onto that and go, yeah, man, there really is a clown in the sewer. We better do something about it. Marjorie Taylor Greene looked over at Donald Trump and she stole his act. She realized that there's a lot of gullible people out there that she could grift. And she's got it on the grift. You know, it's no different than when you see musicians imitating one another. All of a sudden, one band comes out and they sound a certain way. And the next band goes, wait a minute, hold on, we can make some money off this. Let's chime in and do the same damn thing. And then you have an entire genre of crappy music. That's the same thing you got going on right now with the MAGA movement. Donald Trump has came out and done this. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, all these different people have seen, hey, wait a minute, there's an audience for that. Let's play to that audience. And they play to it knowing that they can say anything they want to say, and no one will disagree with it, because at the end of the day, they're saying what they want to hear. People these days just scroll social media. They look to see whatever fits their first preconceived notion, and they click on it and they believe it as gospel. Because to actually question things or to face up to some uncomfortable truths will be a little bit too hard for them. Now, I told this story on a video that I did for the Midas Touch Network, but I'm going to tell it here on my channel too. Back when I was in grade school, I think I was like somewhere around the 4th or 5th grade. I can't remember exactly where. But we were learning the capitals of the states. And I went to school in Kentucky. There was a girl in the class. She was one of the smartest kids in the class, made straight A's. She was always an honor roll student. She's the girl you wanted to sit with and do your homework, okay? That's who you needed to sit with if you had some tough homework to do. But we're sitting there, and the teacher asked, what's the capital of Kentucky? Well, we all should have knew that. So the girl raises her hand real quick, and the teacher calls on her, and the girl goes, Boonville. And everybody kind of looks at her, and the teacher kind of chuckled because Boonville is one of the smallest towns in Kentucky. And the teacher kind of chuckled and was stunned that this smart kid got this wrong and got it wrong by that far. And she goes, no, it's not. But I'm sitting here questioning this. I'm going, wait a minute, that's the smartest girl in school. That's the girl that helps me with my homework. I mean, she knows her shit. Hold on, there's no way she can be wrong. So I raised my hand like a moron. And the teacher says, Brandon, what is it? And I was like, you sure it's not Boonville? And the teacher goes, no. And now the whole class is laughing. And the teacher said, no, kids, it's Frankfurt. And we went, oh, yeah, Frankfurt. That's right. That's what it is. Now, just imagine if me and that girl had started a group, and we started a protest group, and we wouldn't come to class because we believed that Boonville was the capital of Kentucky. What would have happened to us if that would have happened? We would have been sent to the principal's office pretty fast. We probably would have got some detention if we had continued to rebel and continue to start some kind of going to school wearing shirts. Boonville is the capital. And I've always said this, it doesn't matter if, let's say, fast forward so many years, let's say one day that for whatever reason, the capital was to get moved from Frankfurt down to Boonville, it still wouldn't make me and her right back in the 80s. We would still be wrong no matter how you slice it. But that's the audience that Marjorie Taylor Greene plays to. She plays to the audience of no accountability. She plays to the audience who she says what they want to hear, and they parrot it. They repeat it because it makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel empowered, and it makes them feel like, I'm smarter than you. I know more than you do. And there's no accountability there. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the kid who would have doubled down and said, no, it's Boonville. That's fake news. And there's a conspiracy to try to make Frankfurt the capital. It's not true. It's Boonville. She would have kept the attention right there. She would have pouted and been in detention probably for the rest of the year in school because she would have never been able to accept accountability. But we used to live in a world where people like my friend got called out for that. And I got called out for that. And no matter, we both tried to team up and say it, and it didn't work because it wasn't factual. It wasn't real. And that's what we need more of in this country. We need more people saying to these MAGA Republicans, saying to these Marjorie Taylor Greenes, sorry, Frankfurt is the capital of Kentucky, okay, not Boonville. And yes, we have sent plenty of aid to Israel. I don't know what she was thinking or what went through her head when she tweeted that out, other than, well, they'll believe anything I say. But when Stephen King asks you if you're tripping, I mean, when Stephen King says, are you tripping? Yeah, you really need to do some thinking.